Hey, do you ever feel stuck? Like, no matter what you do, your life just doesn't seem to go anywhere? You're doing all the right things, checking the boxes, following the plan, but the days start to blur together and something's missing. So you tell yourself, it's fine. I'm just not there yet. Once I sleep better, hit the gym, land a better job, and maybe stop replaying every awkward conversation I've ever had at 3 a.m., then I'll be happy. But it never really works. At least, not for long. Because happiness, whatever that is, keeps moving. Happiness always stays just ahead, close enough to chase, never close enough to catch. So in this video, I want to slow things down, take a step back, and ask, what actually is happiness? Why does it keep slipping away? And is there a better way to approach it? Everyone wants to be happy. That part is obvious. The tricky part is defining what that even means. For some, it's peace. For others, it's excitement. Instagram says it's sunsets and smoothies. Your parents say it's you moving out. It's messy. Luckily, a bunch of toga-wearing philosophers figured out a useful way to break it down. Hedonic versus eudaimonic happiness. Hedonic happiness is what most of us chase day to day. Pleasure, comfort, feeling good now. It's like eating a donut, or getting a compliment from a crush, or watching just one more episode at 2 a.m. It's fun, but short-lived. Like emotional junk food. Tasty, but not filling. Eudaimonic happiness, on the other hand, is about meaning. It's slower, deeper. You feel it when you're building something, helping someone, or growing into who you want to be. It's not exciting, but it's fulfilling. Like emotional whole food. Not flashy, but it actually sustains you. And no, this isn't pleasure bad, purpose good. Both types of happiness matter. If deep, meaningful happiness is what actually sustains us, why do we keep chasing the quick stuff? The scrolling, the approval from strangers we wouldn't recognize in real life? Well, it's not because you're weak or lazy. It's because your brain wasn't designed to make you a blissful monk. It was designed to keep you alive. That's it. That's the whole priority list. Survive first, be happy eventually. Maybe. And while that setup worked great in the Stone Age, it's kind of a mess now. Because our brains and bodies have barely changed in the last 300,000 years. But the environment around us, it's completely different. So let's talk about this mismatch, the gap between what your brain and body evolved to do and what they're actually doing right now. Let's start with the brain. First, there's cooperation. We evolved to be social, to survive in groups, to care deeply about what others think of us, because being liked meant staying alive, so your brain got really good at tracking social status. Back then, this meant a few dozen people in your tribe. Now, it means a few thousand strangers on the internet and a subtle existential collapse every time someone leaves you on red. You were built to compare yourself to 5 people around a fire, not 5 million on a screen. Even when you're doing fine, it never really feels like enough because someone else always looks happier, healthier, and wealthier, and your brain, being the most complex thing in the universe, interprets that as danger. Then there's adaptability. Back in the wild, conditions changed all the time. Weather shifted, food ran out, danger showed up. If you couldn't adjust quickly, you didn't last long. So we evolved to normalize things fast, to get used to whatever situation we were in, good or bad, and keep moving forward. But here's the problem. You don't just adapt to hardship, you also adapt to pleasure. You get the thing you wanted, it feels great, and then you get used to it. So you want something else, then something else. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. You're running, but not really getting anywhere. Finally, there's your body, which was built for hunting, carrying, building, burning calories by doing things that actually mattered for your survival. But now, most of us just sit at desks, in cars, on couches, staring at screens, under artificial lights. We're not tired from effort. We're tired from stagnation. Your body craves engagement, real physical input. But modern life mostly offers passive stimulation, and the more disconnected you get from your body, the foggier your mind becomes too. You start living in your head, while the rest of you slowly powers down. And it's not just uncomfortable, it's unsustainable, because your mind and body are one system. If one is out of sync, the other goes with it. Okay, so things might sound a little bleak. Your brain's overstimulated, your body's underused, you're wired for a world that no longer exists. Cool. But this isn't about giving up. It's about realignment. Not hacks, not reinvention, just reconnecting with what your system was built for. Real movement, real connection. Simple, but not easy. Let's start with the body, because it's hard to think clearly when you feel like a sentient beanbag. Step 1 is to just move. Movement isn't a lifestyle tip, it's a biological expectation. Walk, lift things, stretch in a way that makes your neighbors mildly uncomfortable. Whatever works. You don't have to work out, you just have to stop slowly decaying. Step 2 is to eat like you want to feel human tomorrow. For most of history, food meant nutrients, real whole things that came from the ground or moved around on legs. Now it means options with expiration dates longer than your lease. You don't need a perfect diet, just fuel your body with things it recognizes as food. You're not a garbage bin, so stop eating like one. The last step is just sleep. Sleep is not optional downtime, it's repair mode. It's how your brain resets and your body stops quietly falling apart. Start treating sleep like it matters more than finishing one more episode of a show you're not even enjoying anymore. Give your body what it was built for. It doesn't need optimization, it just needs respect, because the longer you ignore it, the louder it complains, until everything feels harder than it should. Now let's talk about the brain, because even if your body's moving, your brain might be stuck jumping between to-do lists, what-ifs, and imaginary arguments with people from 3 years ago. Step 1 here is to start by de-stimulating. Your brain evolved to handle a few conversations, a few tasks, and the occasional bear. It wasn't built for infinite scroll, 24/7 updates, and dopamine on demand. Every time you bounce between apps, tabs, and group chats, your brain thinks it's chasing survival, and then it crashes. So make space, turn things off, let your brain remember what silence feels like. It'll complain, then it'll calm down. Step 2 is to practice presence. Just pay attention to something real. Breathe. Watch your thoughts pass like traffic. Annoying, but not permanent. Your ancestors spent a lot of time just being. You can handle 5 minutes. Step 3 is to build real social bonds. Your mind is wired to feel safe around people who understand you. And no, likes and fire emojis don't count. Talk to someone face to face. Make eye contact. Even small, consistent connections make your brain less likely to spiral in the dark at 2 a.m. Realignment is all about creating the conditions your mind and body were built to thrive in. It won't solve everything, but it makes happiness possible again. Not as a goal, but as a natural side effect of being in alignment with yourself and the outside world. So, we've defined happiness, discussed the evolutionary mismatch, and outlined the realignment process. Now, let's put it all into one picture. Something that you can actually see. Imagine life is a river. It's unpredictable, sometimes calm, sometimes crashing, and no matter what you do, the current doesn't stop. Downstream is everything you want. Your goals, your dreams, the version of you who finally has it all figured out. But getting there isn't easy. You can swim with the current or against it. You can try to keep your head above the water using sheer willpower and motivational videos. Or you can build a boat. That's what realignment is. Not a shortcut, not a bypass, just a better way of moving through the chaos. A solid mind, a grounded body, working together instead of fighting each other. And when the storms come, because they will, the boat doesn't make them disappear. It just helps you stay afloat. But let's be honest, all this boat building talk assumes you're not already drowning. But sometimes you are. And in those moments, you're not thinking about alignment or long-term growth. You're just trying to surface, to breathe. Because when life feels like a flood, changing your mindset isn't an option. Survival mode isn't failure. It's the foundation. Even with a boat, the river will toss you overboard from time to time. But if you keep building, keep showing up, the currents that once wrecked you might someday just rock you to sleep. Here's the part that you have to realize. Happiness isn't downstream. It's not waiting at the end of one more achievement. It's not hiding behind success or clarity or healing. Happiness is the boat. It's what you build now, not later, not once everything's figured out. It's the vessel that carries you through the river and lets you move with intention towards things that matter, instead of just swimming with the current. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. And until next time, remember, happiness isn't the goal, it's the boat.